Welcome back to Morbid Canadian Moments, where I am posting a new story every day this October. If you love dark Canadian history, make sure to follow along. On a cool September night in 1949, the SS Noronic, known as the Queen of the Great Lakes, was docked at Pier 9 at the foot of Bay Street in Toronto Harbour. Over 500 passengers slept soundly midway through a pleasure cruise through Lake Ontario and Lake Erie aboard the elegant wood-paneled liner. At 2:30 a.m., someone smelled smoke coming from a locked closet. When a crew member opened the door, a backdraft erupted and flames quickly caught the ship's lacquered wood paneling. Within minutes, the corridors were a roaring furnace. There were no fire alarms, the extinguishers didn't work, there was no emergency plan, and most of the crew panicked and fled. Passengers woke to chaos. Doors jammed, hallways filled with smoke. Some smashed portholes and leapt into the harbor, clinging to debris until good Samaritans pulled them from the water. By the time fire trucks arrived, there was nothing left to save. Witnesses said the screams of those trapped inside could be heard over the din of whistles and sirens. Toronto's ambulance service was quickly overwhelmed. Taxi drivers rushed from Union Station and ran the injured to the Toronto hospitals for free. When hospitals overflowed, the Royal York and the King Edward hotels became makeshift wards. By dawn, the Noronic was nothing but a shell. Decks collapsed, glass melted, and knee-deep in charred debris. In all, 119 lost their lives. All but one were American. Most were unrecognizable from the fire, but through a groundbreaking collaboration between pathologists, radiologists, and dentists, almost all were identified. One of the earliest uses of dental records for this purpose. The cause was never determined, though most believe a carelessly dropped cigarette sparked the Inferno. Arson was never ruled out. The tragedy sparked outrage and led to sweeping reforms in maritime safety. Fire drills, alarms, and fireproof materials became mandatory on passenger ships. But for those lost aboard the Noronic, change came too late. And today, few who walk Toronto's waterfront realize the harbor once reflected the light of a burning vessel.